My high school bully busted me out of jail and wants me to pay him back. Come on, please pick up. I wait. 2 rings later, I hear the voicemail of my best friend and neighbor, Sadie, sighing. I hang up. No options? I shake my head. The officer whistles, running a hand through his dark tresses. Then I don't know what to tell you. You'll just have to do the time or get the bail. Yeah, I'd do that if the bail wasn't $2 grand. I don't have that much money on me. I'm barely getting by. I've exhausted all my resources. Not even getting a payday loan is possible because of my credit score. I messed up. I drove under the influence. And now not only will I miss the job orientation I have tomorrow, but I'll also probably lose everything. The one chance I had to get out of this rut, and I just blew it. Digging my heels into the floor, I close my eyes. Guess so. I sit in the corner. It smells like urine and who knows what. I shudder, not wanting to imagine what someone did in this cell before me. Time passes and I tap my fingers. Maybe Sadie or my mum got the message. Then again, Mum hasn't spoken to me in 3 years, not since I came out of the closet. This is a total mess. Not only will this be on my record, but I can also say goodbye to my job and... This is him, right? Yeah, here's Roy. Wait a minute. I recognize that voice. I look over and soon, my green eyes lock with steely blue. No way. That's my high school bully, Derek. What's he doing here? The officer unlocks the door. You're free to go. Excuse me? I ask. Get out of here before I arrest you again for talking back. The cop snaps. But how? He bailed you out. Wait, Derek did? But how? Wait, how did you know? Little birdie told me, he says, brushing it off. Now, are you coming or not? I stand there, confused as can be. This is the guy who made my life hell for 4 years, who teased me and almost broke my glasses on multiple occasions, making me switch to contacts. But that doesn't explain why he's here. I keep my mouth shut, following him out. This feels unreal. There has to be a catch, but I can't deny the feelings coursing through me. Derek looks good. The years have treated him right, better than I expected. After we finish the paperwork, I follow Derek to the car. He's got a nice car too. Decent ride. Thanks. Derek opens the door. I slide in and then he closes it, looking at me. So tell me, Roy, why the hell did the bartender tell me that you left drunk as a skunk, didn't need his words, and drove under the influence? Do you know how dangerous that is? His venomous words hit hard. It was then that I realized that he was at the bar, the attractive guy in the corner in an automated conversation with another businessman. I took a moment to look at Derek, confused about how I feel. He has changed a lot. Trading that buzzed haircut that made him look like a douche, he now had long, dark brown hair that framed his face. Neatly tied back in a ponytail, it brought out his features. A chiseled jawline, soft eyes, and even the slightest hint of stubble. Then, there was his body. I noticed how he filled out the suit as well. From this slender waist to a broad shoulder. The guy's insanely attractive. How did he make my life hell, but now he looks like Adonis? My mouth goes dry until Derek speaks again. Earth to Roy. I shudder, looking at him, biting my lip. I sigh. It's complicated. What happened was my boyfriend broke up with me, cheating on me with some other guy. I found the texts and confronted him, but he acted like it was all my problem. It hurts, and well, I don't have the best coping mechanisms. But I'm not going to sit here and air out my guy drama to my high school bully. Complicated my arse. None of your business. Just things didn't go the way I expected them. Derek let out a slight snort. Fine. We drove home in silence. Other than me giving directions, I catch Derek stealing glances at me. Finally, I speak. You keep staring at me. Your eyes, they're nice. A flush courses through my body. Nice? Why is my bully saying that? Thanks. You know, I liked to tease you back then because it was fun and I liked you. To think you grew up to look like this. His words, laced with something unfamiliar, linger. What do you mean? He pulls up to my apartment complex and stops. Roy, I've always liked you. I'm glad I was able to help during your time of need. What the hell? When did Derek get so nice? I appreciate it. I'll get the money back to you. I'm starting a new job and... No, don't worry about it. Maybe there's another way to make this right. His hand reaches down, touching mine. I freeze up, practically shocked by the electrical spark sizzling between us. Whenever you get the chance, consider my offer. I'd like to catch up and apologize for how I acted. Is he serious? Is he asking me to have sex with him? He's not forcing me, but I can't help but redden. No thanks, I'll just get you the money. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. I don't sleep with just anyone. Never said you were, and never mentioned sleeping together. You did that one. Unless you secretly want that, he teases. I flush, bothered by his teasing, but it did something to me, ignited a heat I struggled to deny. Then don't come on to me like that. I get out of the car, slamming the door before I hear his response. Trudging back to the apartment, I feel the redness spread over my body. Damn that Derek. He's trying to charm me, and yet I can't stop my heart racing. Sighing, I slump on the couch. It was just a fluke, nothing more. I try to get my mind off it, hoping I never have to see him again. I started my new job, which turned out to be a lucky break. They didn't mention anything about my arrest, thank God. I head home early to ask for maintenance to come over and fix my window. When I got inside, I heard from the receptionist that we have a new apartment manager. Oh great, I'll talk to him and... I freeze. No way. That's Derek. What's he doing here? My hands tighten into fists. It doesn't help that he looks incredibly hot in that ashen grey suit he's wearing. It fits his body so perfectly, driving me crazy. Derek? Oh, hello, Roy. Nice to see you. This is totally not by chance. The front desk lady excused herself, saying she needed to check on pest control. We're alone. He walks forward, closing the distance between us. I gulp. When did you start working here? Got a problem with it? No, I'm the new apartment manager. Carson's been busy with some stuff and needs a person in the office. I see, I reply. I never liked Carson, so it makes sense that he would get someone else to do his work. I don't think it's that bad. It was a fluke because I got this job before we reunited. I glower. Oh, so just a fluke? Yeah, but I don't mind getting a chance to see you again, Derek purrs. His words make my face heat up. I'll be helping with maintenance requests too, so if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I look away, feeling angry. Fine, I'm still not answering your question. Oh, have you thought about my offer? The truth is, I did. A lot. It's been the object of my thoughts for God knows how long. I want to see him again, to see if there's a connection. I shouldn't want this man, but there's something about the way he looks at me that makes me wonder if he is different. No, I lie, but Derek sees right through me. You don't have to tell me, I already know. I hate that you do that. Do you? Or do you hate that you keep lying to yourself? Maybe you should consider my offer, unless you're scared. Oh my gosh, he needs to stop. I open my mouth. My throat tightens, going dry. Derek closes the distance, his gaze meeting mine. His overbearing personality makes my throat go dry, and yet, even when I try to ignore it, I secretly like it. I'm sure we'll find ample time to talk. Maybe sometime soon. I pull away. No, I refuse. Sorry, I better go. If maintenance can, have them come fix my window. I race out again, my heart beating through my chest. I almost kissed him, and then what? Why am I so attracted to him, and can I escape? Or rather, do I want to? Derek keeps his distance, much to my relief. Another guy comes in to fix my window. However, my shower starts to leak. These apartments are old, and they're still doing renovations. I can't complain because the price can't be beat. I called the office, expecting the maintenance guy to be there. Instead, it's Derek. I asked for my shower to be fixed. Yeah, I'm here to do that. I worked in maintenance for years before I got into apartment management, he explains. Derek walks inside, wearing a pair of black slacks. They enhance his butt, and I catch myself staring, wrestling my gaze from him. I follow Derek to where the bathroom is. Oh, I see, it's leaking. Here, hold this. He takes off his jacket and pushes up his shirt sleeves. I gawk, staring at him. Derek's barely undressed, but I react like he's naked. Like what you see? I don't know what to say. Derek looks so attractive it hurts. He moves away from the shower, closing the distance between us. You're staring again, he teases, grabbing my chin. You're bad at hiding your feelings. I flush, looking away. It's not like you actually like me. You're just doing this because of how you treated me back then. Absolutely not, Roy, Derek says, his expression darkening. You're attractive, and, well, I was staring at you from across the bar. I was out with some friends, so I couldn't make a move. But what? You're going to hurt me again. He shakes his head. Of course not. If you gave me a chance, you'd realize right away that's not the case. I stand there, fighting the pull from his alluring gaze. No, if I do this, I might fall into the abyss and do something I might regret, but is it regret? Or is it the desire that's been holding me hostage and driving me crazy? I move forward, involuntarily maybe, but I cling to the warmth. Derek's attractiveness is second only to the lingering gaze, telling me so much more than words could express. He cups my chin like before in the office. Our gazes focus. Finally, he closes the distance and kisses me. Wow, his lips are soft. I close my eyes, kissing him back immediately. His touch pulls me in, and soon he grabs my hips. I gasp, giving him a moment to press his tongue inside. Derek then pulls away, smiling slightly. Want to take this to the bedroom? Unless you want to stay in this tiny bathroom. I nod, turning around. This way. He grabbed my body, carrying me to the bedroom and setting me down. That afternoon and evening, we hooked up. It's magical. Derek's an abyss I can't escape, and now I'm realizing I don't want to. For the next week, I find myself thinking about Derek all the time. It was a one-time thing. It had to be. So why do I keep coming to his office? We spend time striking up conversation until finally he asks, Are you free this Friday? I have tickets to this concert and don't want to go alone. It's a band we both enjoy. I told him yes. That night, I stood in front of the mirror, stressing over what to wear. Eventually, I settled for a black long-sleeve shirt and jeans. When Derek comes to pick me up, he's in a short-sleeve shirt and jeans. Looking good, he says, licking his lips. Thanks. Wasn't sure if I dressed too casually. Nah, it'll be fun. We go to the concert hall. It's amazing. Derek and I dance, and during the slow songs, his hand touches mine, holding it. It's the best date I've been on. At the end of the night, Derek takes me back. We stand in the doorway like two teenage lovers, even though we're both close to 30. I had a great time tonight, Roy. Me too. I wouldn't mind doing this again. Really now? You're starting to realize I'm not the same guy as before. I am, but am I ready to trust him again? Part of me wants to say yes, but I remember just how much he hurt me back in high school. Time changes a person, but that doesn't mean their behaviors won't still be there. Derek frowns. I see. It's not like that, Derek. I want to say yes. I want to believe you. You're so much different. Good. I'm glad you realize it. He holds my hand tightly. I lean into the touch. I don't know if I'm ready to give my heart to him. However, I do feel something deeper. An undeniable pull. We go out on another date. This time it's food. We share drinks and talk. It all feels so seamless. Why is it like this? I don't know, but I like it. You have something on your face. He leans forward, wiping it. I flush, turning away. He chuckles. Don't feel embarrassed. I'm not. It's just, I like this. Me too, Roy. I like it too. We finish dinner, and then we take a walk together around the town, sharing a conversation. My heartstrings tug. Derek's not a bad person. As we walk, he's friendly to those who pass by, not teasing or acting like a typical man. He's genuinely happy. I feel happy too. The feelings grow, and soon I find myself spending more time with Derek. That night, we hook up, but instead of leaving after we have sex, he stays. I look at Derek, admiring his soft face, a conflict of emotions burning. I still remember our past, but now there's the possibility that we can move on. I come home from the store only to find my dishwasher not working. Flustered, I called Derek. Sure, I'll get someone to come in. Remind me, okay? Of course. Are you free this weekend? Silence fills the other line. I'll have to see. Okay, been a minute since we spent time together, I pointed out. After that night, we got dinner and had sex. Derek's been quiet. He doesn't really show much emotion. It makes me worried. Did I do something wrong? I brush it off. Okay, well just let me know when you're free, okay? Alright. He hangs up. I sigh, looking down, feeling unsure of what to say, or even what to do. The bad feeling lingers, growing ever so stronger. The dishwasher still isn't fixed yet. I head over to the management office to find out what's going on. I know, I can't believe it either. I personally know him, and I realize that this sort of thing is happening in that unit. I'm so disappointed. Wait, what? I linger, because Derek says he knows him. Sighing, he paces out. Yeah, I'll have a talk with Roy. We'll need to see what we can do to fix this, or I'll have to kick him out. Kick me out? I step inside, closing the door. Derek hangs up. We stare at each other, awkward tension looming. Do you always listen in on people's conversations? No, but what are you talking about? Roy, you messed up another space. You've been selling drugs out of the units. We found some bottles and... That's not me. What are you talking about? I also found that you tore up all the amenities. The dishwasher and shower are just two of the many. There have been reports of smell from your house. Messed up the carpet and the walls. I know, I've seen it. At first, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but that's a lie. Is it? Or are you just the same as always, engrossed in other stuff that you can't take care of anything? What the heck? What's he getting at? We stare at each other, anger apparent in his eyes. I shake my head, unable to fathom why Derek would believe this. Derek, you have to believe me, that's not the case. Then how come Pierre, the maintenance guy, found this in your space? He opens a pill bottle. I shake my head, completely unable to even fathom why that's there. It's not mine. So, it's not yours, but it's in your unit. You're trying to frame me, ruin my life. I'm not. You do that well already. Honestly, I knew getting you out was a stupid move, and there you are again, the same as always. I turn around, looking back at Derek. His piercing blue eyes send chills down my spine. I'm going to prove my innocence. Until then, don't talk to me, because clearly you still want to ruin my life all these years later. I slam the door, storming back to my apartment. I get there, ignoring the broken dishwasher, my head in my hands. Derek hasn't changed. He's still out to get me, and I was a fool falling for an unchanged man. Derek and I stopped talking. I try to gather evidence that I didn't create the messes, nor have I been selling drugs, documenting everything. I gather my stuff, determined to show that I'm not the bad guy Derek thinks I am. After doing so, I go out to get my mail. When I do, I see Pierre, the maintenance guy, and Derek. The two stand close, with his arms around Pierre's shoulder. Anger builds inside me. Wow, we cut things off and already he's moved on? Angry, and I go back to my apartment, determined to fix things. I need to make Derek realize he screwed up and prove my innocence. Things somehow got worse. I gather the evidence, but there's no proof someone else did this. Even with all the photos, it won't be enough. Then, I get an email telling me I'm about to get fired. The company's doing some downsizing, and now I'm on the chopping block. What next? Frustrated, I started to apply for different jobs. I get a few hits, going in for interviews. I spend my day cleaning the place when I can. That's when I found it. Notes from my landlord, Carson, who got arrested for embezzlement. He'd been in here, secretly planting drugs in an attempt to kick me out. I'd seen him doing some shady things and planned on saying something before the arrest. However, he was given a reprieve, and is still the overseeing landlord of this place. He still wanted to get rid of me. No way. My hands shake, realizing that this is the note I've been looking for. I needed to tell Derek. He's not here. He isn't in the office. Great. Just what I need. I head back, but put it with the rest of my stuff to give to him. Hopefully, it can fix this mess. Yeah, I'm getting fired. I saw my name. It's written on the wall. I have another interview with a bank as a front desk person. I go out, ready to leave, only for my car not to start. Come on. Can't I have something good? I get out, heading to Sadie's to see if she's there when a car pulls up. The familiar black van belonging to Derek. He steps out and we lock eyes. Do you need help? I want to say no, but then I nod. It won't start. Let me try. Derek gives me a clump, and I thank him. However, he doesn't leave. Averting his gaze, he speaks. I want to talk, Roy. You free tonight? I hesitate. No, I'm not. Gotta save money because I'm about to be fired, and I'll pay for it. No, Derek, you've hurt me enough. I'm about to gather everything to prove my innocence. He shakes his head. You don't have to. I was the one who messed up. I looked into it and realized what he'd been doing. Pierre mentioned that Carson was in your apartment a lot while you were gone and offered to help prove your innocence. But aren't you two... Derek laughed. Of course not. Pierre is married. He's seen how happy you've been with me and wanted to support us. The guy also hated Carson as well, so he was fine with helping me look into this too. Wait, is he serious? I gawked. But then Derek nods as if answering my unsaid question. I'm sorry for the way I acted, Roy. Really, I want to make it up to you. I pause, unsure if I'm ready to forgive him yet. I don't know. What you did was terrible. Derek nodded. Well, let me make it up to you. Fix this mess, and then we can talk. Fine. It seemed reasonable. I agreed to that, and Derek left. I headed to the interview, my mind a mess as I thought about what came next. I found out after I got home from my interview that Carson was immediately arrested. The police took him in, and Derek worked to clear my name. Wow. I didn't know he'd act that fast. He started to fix things between us, little notes and gifts apologizing. Slowly, I started to warm up. I went to visit him for lunch. We talked, but I was still hurting a little. Finally, Derek took my hand and held it tightly. Tonight, I'll take you out for dinner and make things right. Derek, I'm not sure about... Roy, I'm not giving up on you. You mean something to me, a lot of things. I want to talk about this and make it right. I did so much, but I'm always willing to do more. Whoa. I didn't know I meant something to him. Derek looked at me, awaiting my answer. Finally, I gave him my answer. Okay. Good. I promise you won't regret it. After we finish lunch, he leaves and I stand there, completely shocked. He wants a second chance. And the truth is, I do too. Derek takes me to his place. He cooks dinner for me and even gives me a gift. It's one of my favorite colognes. Derek, this is so sweet. I'm glad you like it, Roy. I know that I messed up, and I have my faults, but I never wanted to hurt you. The truth is, you're the best thing that's happened to me. I've never wanted to believe it, and I looked for any sort of way to prove your innocence. Thank you, but are you sure? What changed your mind? Derek took a deep breath and looked away. Carson hated you. He placed those drugs and falsified paperwork to frame you. Awful stuff. But I went through and corrected it. Delivered justice because I couldn't bear to see you leave my life again. Whoa. This is more than I could have expected. But why, Derek? Because I care about you, Roy. I have for a while. The truth is, I've fallen for you. I know we had our problems back in the day, but I've changed. And I know you have too. Things haven't been easy for me either. Going from a guy with just a high school diploma and no more education to now the manager of multiple properties. But if I can, I want to make things right. Are you willing to let me try? I can't help but nod. Yes, Derek. I'm sorry for getting upset. You don't have to apologize. I'm the one who screwed up. We stand to hug each other, happy to make up. When I pull back, I see Roy still frowning. Something the matter? Yes, I didn't want to alarm you, but there's something else I need to tell you. Sure. What is it? He sighs. I'm leaving this place. There's an opportunity for property management out in California, so I'll be leaving by the end of the month. Just like that, my heart shatters. But we just made things right. However, I don't want to go alone. I know you've been going through a lot, but I want you to come with me, working as my assistant. I'll help you get on your feet and give you everything you need. Derek leaves me speechless for the second time tonight. That's the nicest thing anyone's done. That's amazing, but are you sure? Yeah, I sure am, Roy. I care about you. I don't want to let this go. You feel the same, correct? Yes, I do. I step forward, closing the distance and hugging Derek tightly. He kisses me gently, and I don't want to pull away. When I pull away for air, I smile. I'm glad to have you back, Derek. He chuckles, caressing my cheek. Me too, Roy, and I'll do better. I believe him. Roy will do better, and I'm excited for this next venture together. We move across the country, but it worked out. Derek and I lived together, and I found he was more amazing than I ever expected. A few years later, he asked me to marry him. I managed to get a high-paying job in his property investment company and got my life together as well. Of course, I said yes. Derek got me out of many pickles. He's someone I could hardly live without, a fantastic man who changed my entire life. Have you ever been saved by someone unexpectedly and later fell in love? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to become a part of our Rainbow Force and stay wholesome.